The humid Karachi air clung to the young man like a second skin, a stark contrast to the crisp, often rain-kissed breezes of his native island. He'd been in Pakistan for 6 months, an expat of 26, chasing a vaguely defined dream of adventure and a more tangibly defined junior management role in a textile factory. The novelty had worn off, replaced by a low hum of loneliness and the bewildering cacophony of a city that rarely slept. He missed proper bacon, the easy banter of a pub, and most of all, the familiar comfort of his mother's voice. His current predicament involved a particularly aggressive strain of stomach bug, which had rendered him a pale, shaking shadow of himself for 3 days. His colleagues, well-meaning but largely unhelpful beyond recommending various local remedies, had suggested he see a doctor. That's how he found himself in the sterile, air-conditioned waiting room of a middle-aged doctor, a woman whose professional reputation preceded her, even in his limited social circle. The doctor was in her late 40s, her hair a distinguished silver, threaded through dark strands, pulled back in a severe bun. Her eyes, behind sensible spectacles, were sharp and observant, missing nothing. The young man, feeling acutely vulnerable, mumbled his symptoms, acutely aware of his foreign accent and the doctor's discerning gaze. He expected a quick diagnosis, a prescription, and a polite dismissal. Instead, the doctor listened with an unnerving stillness. She asked precise questions, her voice calm and measured. When she finally spoke, it wasn't just to list medication. "It sounds like you're experiencing a common issue for newcomers," she began, her gaze softening slightly. "Your body is adjusting, and sometimes it protests quite vehemently." She prescribed medication, of course. But then she surprised him. "Are you eating properly?" The young man, caught off guard by her concern, admitted he mostly ate instant noodles and felt perpetually exhausted. "You need more than medicine," the doctor stated, almost to herself. "You need a proper meal and some rest." She scribbled something on a separate piece of paper and handed it to him. "This is for my cook. Come to my home for dinner tonight. No arguments. Consider it part of your recovery." The young man stared at the address. He, a complete stranger, was being invited to dinner by a highly respected middle-aged doctor he'd just met. It was an act of kindness so unexpected, so utterly devoid of ulterior motive, that it left him speechless. That evening, a little less green around the gills, the young man found himself in the doctor's elegant, surprisingly traditional home. The aroma of spices and simmering curries filled the air. She introduced him to her elderly mother and a quiet, dignified cook. There were no other guests, just the 4 of them at a large, intricately carved dining table.